the Cinderella story ends. It's always the hardest thing in sports betting too, because I was on NC State against Marquette. I was on NC State against Duke. I thought both those lines were just a little bit inflated again. The 3-point variance, you can say whatever you want, but boy, can we just sit here for a second and lament the fact that we had this opportunity? Imagine if somebody woke up with a premonition 2-3 weeks ago. He said, you know what? You know who's going to go on a run? The NC State Wolfpack are going to win 9 in a row. I just have a feeling. I mean, all of us would be on an island somewhere. It's why we love sports betting. We can never quite figure it out. You can never quite get the answer right. We could have sat here for hours and talked about all these teams, all these games. Who would have ever come up with NC State in the Final Four?
How about them? They were as high as 250 to 1 to win the whole thing coming into the dance. Now, one book had 300, but that's not exactly a legal book in this country. The highest American price on NC State to win the whole thing, 250 to 1.
And I think the money line rollover was like double that. Somebody did the math. I think it was Jeff Fogel on Twitter, like did the math of the money line rollover, even with the Kentucky upset, which you wouldn't have built in there. I think you could have gotten like over 500 to 1 if they keep getting it. It's just incredible.
You factor in Jamal Shed getting hurt against Duke, and maybe
Great
Houston
point.
beats Duke if Shed doesn't get hurt, and then you got to play Houston. It was probably a worse matchup, for instance. So like
in Texas too.
Yeah, everything absolutely going right. But hey, they made their own luck. They won the games they needed to. But the odds makers certainly don't expect them to win Saturday.